So in this video, we're going to tidy up our code a little bit. If you remember in the last video, I showed you how you can save the world. So I'm just going to show you where we're up to at the moment. So I'm going to add some worms to my world so that I don't have to keep doing it. I'm going to right click on the world and do save world. Remember, this is where we're at the moment. Our crab can run around and eat the different worms more successfully than what I'm doing now. Okay. What we're going to be doing now is something called refactoring. So we're not going to be adding any new functionality to our code. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be making it more efficient. The aim in programming is to have methods that do one task at a time. This public void act is there to act, but lots happens in here. What we should really be doing is we should be creating extra methods and calling them. So what I mean by that is, what I'm going to do is, underneath where public void act ends, which is if I follow the indentation of the squiggly bracket, which is here, I'm going to create a new method called public void move and turn. So I've created my own method here. I've used double brackets at the end because there's no parameters that go with this method, so there's nothing in them, and then squiggly brackets for where the code block is. You'll also notice the way that I've named the method. Because it's more than one word stuck together, I've put capitals at the start of the new words. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my code from the act and I'm going to cut it. So Control X on the keyboard. And I'm going to paste it into move and turn. So now my code runs within this method here. And then all I'm going to do in act is say move and turn. So it's like creating a shortcut to your code. The reason for doing it like this is it means that I can reuse code in other places. So if I wanted to move and turn somewhere else, rather than having to write out all of this again, I now just have to say move and turn. I'm going to do the same for my code above, which eats a worm. So I'm going to say public void eat and squiggly brackets. The reason why I've called it public void is public means that any other Java class can use this method. Void means that the code runs and does not return any data. Eat is the name that I've given it. So I'm going to cut and paste the code from above. So from actor worm down to the ending squiggly bracket of the if statement. I'm going to cut the code there and I'm going to place it inside my eat method. And I'm going to say underneath move and turn, eat. So I'm going to compile and compile again. Oh, I forgot to save my world. Nope. There we go. Okay, so now there's no new functionality in my code, but it is a lot more efficient now because if I want to change anything to do with moving and turning, I know to go to this method and I can find it all in the move and turn method. I might even want two separate ones, one for move and one for turn. That's up to you. But I've now created my own methods, which I'm calling up from here. Okay, have a go.